Hello, and welcome to the Weekly Scroll Podcast. My name is Ryan.
I'm sorry, the thought was knocked out of my head by the screaming dogs outside.
And I'm Jarrett, your guest this week.
Did y'all hear that?
No,
I did not.
Noise cat.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jarrett's here. Which means this is a not cat chat number. Doesn't matter anymore because we don't number it that way. I still kind of do. It's like 15 or something like that. But welcome, Jarrett, because last month we didn't have one. You weren't here.
We skipped because we were at GenCon and then exhausted after GenCon.
Makes sense.
Yep. I'm still kind of exhausted after GenCon.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
I didn't even go.
Yeah. But so what'd you do with your month off?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
What have I done with my month off? Not really a month off. We won an innie at Gen Con, which was pretty super exciting, and caught us completely unaware. I did not feel like we had a hope in hell to take home any awards. As usual, the nomination is the award to me, which means
Fair.
at least that people pulled it and it got shortlisted, and then people actually hopefully read it. But yeah, it caught us unaware. We were the first award of the night, and it was definitely panic moment. So I just rattled off the thank you for everything, thank you everybody, thank you for the team, and named people as quickly as I can, and then Debbie said her piece, and then we got off the stage, and then there was some crying. So
Nice.
that was an interesting time. Got to see a bunch of people, got to see Ryan, got to see a bunch of other folks, got to play some board games. It's weird. I go to gaming conventions and I don't really end up playing RPGs much, but I do end up playing board games, which was pretty fun. We played a speed talisman one night, which was pretty good. We managed to complete a full game using our house rules in about an hour and a half, which is pretty good for Talisman. For those of you who have played, Talisman is the game of no skill. It's just dice rolling and moving around a board and collecting things, and then going to the center of the board to either, depending on which version you're playing, if you're trying to cast the control spell at the Crown of Command, or if you're just trying to get to the Crown of Command. But we have some house rules that we use the dungeon expansion with it. So if you get all the way through the dungeon, the door opens up into the Crown of Command, and then you win the game. Ta-da! And I won the game, which was pretty fun.
Nice.
Dick. And you did this at Gen Con?
Yeah, we played this late night 𝗲𝗲𝗂𝗏𝗂 style. So
nice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I played nothing, and I did nothing in the con. I found the shortest distant, like the door that gets me closest to the main hall there, and I went in there every day, went in there, and then just left from there like every day, and didn't really explore any of the rest of Gen Con, which was fine. But I wish I would at least bounce over to the stadium and checked out some of the games over there. But maybe if I ever do it again.
We actually got kicked out of the board game area at the stadium because we did not know that we had to have the timing of using the board game library was ticketed. So we didn't bother to get a ticket. And when we got there, a nerd with a badge told us that we had to leave, even though we had just picked up a brand new board game off the shelf and we're punching it and we're getting ready to set up to actually play the game. I made the mistake of leaving the game area to get water, and when I came back through, do you have a lanyard? Do you have a lanyard? And it was weird because yes, I had a lanyard, but he meant was, do I have a little wristband around my lanyard that showed that we were supposed to be in there at that time? I had no idea. I've been to quite a few conventions in my time and Gen Cons previously, and not had this sort of problem with looking at board games and being able to play board games. So fuck you. I'm never going to attend that section of Gen Con again. So,
well, obviously the room was completely jam packed and there was nowhere for you guys to be, right?
it was not the case. It was the free play area, and there were countless tables open and plenty of board games for people to play.
Yeah,
Yes,
but you give some useless little person like a little bit of power, and they'll wield it like a fucking sword, you know.
And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Like, okay, dude, we get it.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
Nerds with badges. Nerds with badges.
Yeah. 𝗡𝗢𝗃 includes nerds with badges. But yeah, I've done a bunch of interviews in the last 2 weeks, and every time it was just like, so Gen Con, and now it feels like it's so far away, but it really was just like last month, huh?
Yeah,
or I guess
it was. Yeah, it was about a month ago.
Yeah, crazy. And we got PAX coming up here soon.
Woo.
Nice. Are you guys going?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going this year.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going to be running the World Champ booth again. But
awesome.
Adam will actually be there, so me and Adam will be running it together. So that'll be cool.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah. Excited for that.
We're skipping this year because they scheduled it the same week as the marathon, and just dealing with all the extra people from the marathon does not seem like a very fun situation. We don't booth at most shows, so it's kind of one of those. We do have QuestCon Orlando coming up that we're boothing at, so that'll be fun. That's a small regional con. It's going into its 4th year. So hoping for more people, hoping for more foot traffic. It's really, you'd love it, Ryan. It's tied in with Crucible, which is a big 40K tournament.
Ooh,
well, it's a wargaming tournament that happens at the same time, but primarily 40K is like a lot of what, it's the biggest name. It's what people play. And so, but there's going to be cool all-day demo paintings. They're doing it right, so you can do paint and takes all day. So I'm going to use my lunch break time to go do a paint and take instead of eating lunch, which is neat.
Cool.
Nice. And then 𝗡𝗢𝗧 Gaming is going to be there, and they're going to be running like 96 hours of Liminal Horror on the books. So we're going to have a bunch of people playing Liminal Horror, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And hopefully selling some Liminal Horror and some other stuff like that. And we're taking Cairn boxes. We're taking all of our new releases, newer releases since last year. And the old standbys, like, of course, we'll take 𝗡𝗢𝗧 and we'll take Mothership box set and things like that. Stuff that we know that people will be actively interested in. It's going to be fun. It's the one show a year that we actually exhibit at. Well, aside from some like trade shows and stuff that we do, like ACD Day and stuff. But this one is where we're actually in the booth for 3 days. So it's going to be long and grueling and hopefully fun.
That sounds fun. I want to start. Gen Con was cool. But I want to do smaller cons. I feel like they're less expensive. Relatively short, easy to get to, and things like that. I really wanted to do. Is it CritCon? I think is what we were just talking to people about in that thing that I sent you before, Hunter. The one that's in Portland.
Yes, CritCon. Yeah.
And the painting thing is what I want to do at Gen Con. I really wanted to sign up for some of the painting classes, and some of the same people are doing them at this CritCon, and I want to go do like painting. Like, this is how to paint flesh better, and I'm like, I'd love that. I love to paint flesh.
That does sound like a lot of fun. I'd love to do that.
But maybe I'll make it to Orlando one of these days. I think I've been to Florida. I think when I was like too young to remember, I was in Florida, but I've never been to Florida as like an adult or even a child old enough to really remember it. So I'll have to bounce down to Orlando maybe some of these times.
Don't bring any clothes. You won't need them. It's exhausting being outside. It's definitely best to stay inside down here. So I tried to do yard work this morning. This is how exciting my life is. I tried to do yard work this morning at 8 a.m. before the sun got oppressively hot, and it decided to rain today. So I got exactly one bush weeded. But I got that one bush weeded, and it looks good. So
good. That's
success. Success for the weekend. Really.
Yeah.
Yard work is about little steps every day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a cool day today here. It's cooled off recently. It's only going to be a high of 88.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I think my high is way lower today. So what is it?
Yeah, we've been triple digits for a while here, but yeah, you know, cooling off into the high 80s. So, but yeah, definitely want to do some more little cons and stuff.
High day 78.
Woo! You know
Yeah,
what?
smaller shows are really fun.
Yeah.
Like they're, because especially if you're not working them, like that's the other thing. You should do a show where you're not working it, where you're going around and just being a civilian. I think that'd be pretty fun for you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Gen Con I only did like 4 hours, so I had like the whole morning
Right.
and the whole afternoon. But, you know, I definitely just slept in every day until I had to go into work at like 2. So I definitely could have put some more time in there. But also like pretty much outside of you and Debbie, pretty much everyone I knew there was boothing. So didn't have like a ton of people to like walk around and hang out with during the day anyway. Just went out like every night. That's pretty much what I did. Is just went out every night in Indy or hung out at the hotels and, you know, try to play some games. But yeah, definitely want to do the smaller ones. It's just, you know what the killer is just the airfare, because most of the ticket prices aren't too bad, but when you're trying to fly to Philadelphia or whatever and you're paying like $800+ for tickets, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Maybe I'll drive to Portland.
You should spend that $800 on a train ticket and take the Amtrak next time. It'll take you several days, but it'll be a fun adventure.
That's true. Well, then it also goes into like time off from work is the other problem. The way my work schedule is set up, you know, I only work 4 days a week, and with the job that I have, like everyone's schedule is different. We don't have like a Monday through Friday or whatever. And I like mine because I pretty much do like 2 on, 2 off, 3 on, 2 off, 3 on. Like it's basically 2, 2, 2 or 3 in there. But I only ever get 2 off in a row. So anytime I want to take like 4 or 5 days, I have to take like 2 chunks of my time off. So I end up having to take like 4 or 5 vacation days, and we accrue like 1 a month. So taking 4 days off work is like 4 months worth of PTO. So when other people literally, there's somebody who works like 6 on and then gets 8 off. They could just take 8 days off every time.
That's bullshit. So
yeah, but I would never. What
about ones in your state that you could drive to?
Or I live in a very big state.
So, yeah, is it the same? It's the same as Florida. Like if you want to get into a vehicle and drive, you're probably driving like 5 or 6 hours to get out of the state. Yeah, I'm in Northern California. If I want to get to LA with like no traffic, it's a good like 5-hour drive. Gotcha. I mean, of course, there's gonna be traffic, but you know, I don't think they do a lot of stuff in Northern California. But it's whatever. I mean, I'll fly. It's fine. I mean, it's not hard to get a weekend off. I can usually trade with people. I mean, I'm on like a 6-day stretch off right now because people needed some trades and it just happened to work out. So it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, I plan to do a bunch of stuff next year. I want to do Under the Dice Fest. I'm definitely going to do PAX again. I'm glad I got to see you at least at Gen Con since you're not coming to PAX. Yeah. But are you going to go to PAX next year if it's normal time? Probably, if they don't put it up the same weekend against the marathon, yes.
Yeah.
So
that definitely sucks terribly.
It does suck terribly, but you know, I did get my tickets and my hotel in like June though, because I heard, you know, I think you're the one that told me that was around the marathon, so I just jumped on and grabbed all of it quick.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I want to start doing a lot more cons. I want to start doing other stuff, get out of this shithole here, and actually see people, since no one I know actually lives anywhere near me. I think maybe the closest person is Stella. I think she's less than 2 hours away from me, and she's like the closest person I know that lives anywhere near me.
How many hours away am I?
Bro, I don't fucking know. So yeah, so it's about the same distance from me to you as it is for like me to LA.
Anyway.
So like 5 hours in a car. 5 hours in a car is always a good time. You get a lot of good playlist listening done.
You know, 5 hours isn't too bad. Well, when I was in LA, it was only 6 hours to Vegas. So yeah, but it is what it is. So, but you are back this month Even though it's a little bit early for new releases, you do have some new releases coming out. Because last month was the first. Was that the first time since you started that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the first time in 2+ years that we had taken a month off from solicits. We had stuff in the shoot that we could have gone with, but we just wanted to take a month off and from pushing new stuff and just to see what would happen. So I don't think we'll be skipping again in the future unless it's a month where we just don't have a project. But we've been lucky enough that we've had projects that have filtered through and that time through, and then like the crowd funds get wrapped up and then they can be sent out. Like this month's like survivors of the core wars, like we can actually, yeah, there we go.
Nice.
It's actually been in our warehouse here already for a couple of months and like fulfilled and ready to go, but we just scheduled it out later. So I'm still trying to get the perfect hang on how to do that.
Yeah. How to do like the fulfillment versus like when it hits the shop.
Right. On like how quick to send something to the shop.
It kind of feels like when movies had DVD releases. You always wonder, like, it'll hit the theaters and like 6 months later it'll hit like DVD. I feel like that's what this feels like now with Kickstarter stuff. It's like you get your Kickstarter stuff and then how long until the DVD release, aka the physical release of the product. So, but for those that don't know what Survivors of the Core Wars was or backed it, what is this that's in my hands?
So it's a deck of 50 NPCs for Mothership, and it's got a little instruction booklet too. But each one of them, for those at home, I'm holding up some of the cards and what they look like.
Great
each
art.
Each one of them, yeah, that's 𝗏𝗲 𝗖𝗵. Like they just totally destroyed on the art. Like so good. And each one of these has, so it's got a full color painting on the front, and then on the back side it's got Mothership stats, so you can use them as NPCs, or if you have PCs die and you don't have other backups ready, you can just have the player pull from these, and it's got their stats, their skills, their health per wound, their wounds, their stress, everything. It's got weapons, gear. It's just like fully fledged and ready to go. So yeah, kind of nice to have in your bag of tricks as a warden, especially if you end up doing a station stop situation where you get aboard a station and you need a bunch of NPCs. These are already like ready to go, and they've got little bits of personal history on them, so you can kind of, it's not proscriptive. You can kind of take and run with them and do whatever you want with the individual characters. Again, or like I said, if it, in the case of a PC of a crew member dying, then you can actually just hand them one of these. So, and we had nice silvered edges. I was pretty happy with those. They came out pretty well.
Yeah, that looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's coming through on the cameras.
Yeah,
but
it kind of is. Yeah,
shiny.
when you move it back and forth, I can see it fade from like kind of silver to dark.
It's so bright, it's like white almost. It's crazy. I think these two were my favorite. I was looking through before. I think 𝗏𝗫 the Android is incredible. But this lady, Mother Telerin Lapatan, that's crazy. That's so good. Of course, she's like leaking stuff out of her eyes. She's got like Bob, aka crazy hair helmet situation. I don't know. And then a shrimp like thing. The core authority. That's a great piece. I love that one.
So also, we're actually tying these in with our Mothership Month 25 submission, Bombs Bursting in Air, written by the same team. It's Christian Kessler. I'm doing the editing and Bosun's doing the art for it. And since everything takes place aboard the Dream, ours is a frame up murder mystery aboard the Dream.
Cool.
And CK's going to be using the characters from some of these as NPCs, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Because he's got this whole cosmology worked out with all these factions and stuff like that. We're probably at some point going to do a second deck, the same team. It's just the process for CK to write all those and Bosun to write. That's 50 new NPCs and 50 new illustrations. It does take a little while, but we're talking about doing a second deck at some point, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah, because it's not. I mean, it's a decent amount of information on the back. It's not just like whipping up a super easy thing. But so Mothership Month is going to happen again in 2025.
Yeah, it's going to be in October this year. So
we can't do it in October. That's my birthday month. So
yeah.
Did we know that? Was that a thing that we knew before?
I don't think we did know that.
I don't think we knew that another Mothership Month was happening. Especially didn't know next month. I'm surprised. Has it been announced?
Kind of quietly.
Gotcha.
Kind of unofficially. We're doing the big promo push for everything because everyone is doing zines this year, which is cool. So even TKG is doing a zine that takes place aboard the Dream. So that's pretty cool. That's happening.
Yeah.
Well, so there's going to be more zines and patches and pamphlets than you can shake a stick at available.
Yeah. Well, so, I think I've gotten like one, like maybe 2 or 3 things from last year's Mothership Month. Still waiting for the bulk of that. So I think it'll be nice to get just a zine that might come out a little quicker.
Yeah.
No kidding.
But yeah, because is that going to be a Backerkit thing again?
Yes.
Cool.
Because I know 𝗲𝗲 Month is happening in November, right?
Yeah.
So Backerkit's going to go Mothership 𝗲𝗲, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Seems like that's 2 months back to back. I know it's the normal amount of months, but
yeah, it is the normal amount that happens in that time frame, which is crazy. But those are going to be 2 really big like thing. I mean, for them, which is great. More Backerkit means less Kickstarter, but I know that they had been doing a bunch of like little things and linked things or whatever, but Backerkit weren't you guys like one of the first big? I say you guys because you are part of Mothership. You're like the lead editor and everything for the entire thing, rocking the Mothership shirt right now.
It's comfortable. It's one of my most comfortable shirts. I have 3 of them, and they're really soft.
It's a soft shirt. I do have what did I get? Oh, I got this. I got Star Backer. Because I guess I backed enough projects on Backerkit that they just send you a pin.
Really? I'm a super backer on Kickstarter, and they've never given me anything for it.
No. But I guess I'm a star backer on Backerkit. But yeah, Mothership was one of the first ones that did like I think that you guys were the first ones last year that did like a whole month giant fucking interlinked thing, right?
It was a big one, yeah.
Yeah, so Mouse Raiders kind of...
So they've done Pocketopia and Pentopia and other group crowdfunds before. So we weren't the first, but we were one of the first bigger ones that did this last year. Nice. So
I'm really curious the like carryover from that, because last year was huge. I think they did like over $1 million, right? Yeah. So I'm curious how number 2 is going to go. And then very curious how Mouse Raider is going to go the month after that. Especially when everyone spends all their money in October and goes, fuck, now Mouse Raider month is coming.
I know, I was thinking too. I'm like, I guess there is going to be crossover between the fan bases of those 2 things. But like, yeah, seems like I'm going to dump a bunch of money into October and November's going to come around and be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see. Job.
Already
have 3 jobs, don't you?
Yeah, I do actually. Well, no, I'm down to 2 now. So congratulations me. I have just 2 jobs now. Just a very normal number, Yeah. Capitalism's working really well, y'all. Don't think about it.
Only 2 jobs in this economy? That's crazy.
Hey, listen, I know.
But so we got Survivors of the Cold Wars out, and then we also have this beauty that hasn't hit the shop yet. But we got nice copies of this insane art on cover.
It's very nice.
That's a Roque Romero cover. Roque's art is amazing.
So good.
He just keeps kicking ass constantly.
What's that called? Is it 𝗲𝗲? Is that the one that's got like the holes one?
Isn't that
he got like hole phobia?
Tryptophobia or something like that?
This art will get you.
Phobia. is a crazy thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so what is this? Who is this from?
So this is from Amanda P. This is a follow-up to their 2021 release, 21, 22. I can't quite remember. 𝗏𝗡𝗧, which was an adventure set in the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 woods. So this is Orestruck. So it's kind of I'd have to ask them if it's meant as a prequel or if you can run them at the same time. But it does, the 𝗏𝗏𝗃 forest is actually in here, which is pretty cool. But this is a full-on adventure with multiple locations. There's a bunch of really kick-ass maps for each of the occasions and stuff like that. But the tag from the back is an ossified horror murders and rends terrifying miners in an ancient cavern. A warrior and his vicious gang hunt a privateer rumored to have returned home. The dreamers hunger for a bloody return to forgotten rituals. So there's all kinds of factions going on right off.
Nice. Yeah. I like the Cranberry Bog location just because I like the idea of that being in game world, and just being like, yeah, that's where we grow all of our cranberries for.
Right. Exactly.
Like, I always love when locations have like a realistic industry that they put out, like they farm or mine realistically.
Yep.
Cranberry bogs are crazy too. The fact that they literally just flood that shit.
Yeah, it's insane.
I heard someone talking about them once and said that like when they flood it, like you're kind of standing in there and like all the spiders try to get the high ground. Fuck that.
Apparently really big spiders too. Like they're not like, I'm like, oh, that sounds awful actually.
Yeah, hard pass. Yeah, super big hard pass on all of that.
I started to Google cranberry and the first thing that came up was cranberry bog spiders.
Nice.
Fuck that. Ooh. Hyperlinks, baby. So this is kind of a beefy adventure. It's like 36 pages.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of info.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
And it's easy to follow, and it's easy to keep track of the factions. It's a very well developed book. There's a handy bestiary in the back just in case you need it, and extra maps. Overall, yeah, it's one I'm really hoping people pick up and dig. So
yeah, I mean, there's definitely, it seems like there's like hours of potential game in here, you know?
Yeah.
Like, camp on this for a while.
I mean, there are bone spiders in here, so you know where those are going to be.
Right. In the cranberry bog.
Cranberry bog.
Right. And this is for Cairn too. This is the first thing that we've put out that supports for Cairn. We've got another one coming next month, 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃. And then we're just kind of, and then Doran Murek's Canyon is actually dual statted for OSE and Cairn. Ooh. So, well, for BX and Cairn, essentially. So they'll have the little quick BX line, not the full big line, but it'll have enough for you to be able to run it in both. So you can see how Stella statted it in both. So that's pretty neat.
Awesome. Yeah, you don't see that pairing a lot, but it's a cool pairing to do like BX and or like OSE and Cairn. Because I don't know, Cairn, and I could be completely wrong. Like, I like Cairn and 𝗏𝗏𝗃 always seemed like kind of two sides of the same coin to me, in that like 𝗏𝗏 kept more of like the D&D part, and Cairn went like the into the odd kind of way with like the same kind of core BXy kind of game. And you know, we're Mark of the Odd folks here, and definitely not 𝗏𝗏 people. So that's really cool, really interesting to see. You know, as long as it's not 5e and Shadow Dark, you know, we're chilling, right?
Right.
But it is what it is. But that's awesome. That that surprises me. But then I'm like, yeah, I guess like this is, you guys did the Cairn 2e box set, but haven't really put anything out for Cairn before this, huh?
Yep. I'm really thankful that Amanda came to us.
Yeah,
they're really awesome. Yeah, they're really awesome. I'm really excited for this one to get out there and get some play and get into the hands of some people. I think they're really going to dig it.
Yeah, Amanda does some really good stuff. I know we talked about Pilgrimage to the Sun Guard like a long time ago when that was like,
which I have not read.
For again, I'm not. We talked about solo games before. If I'm gonna do that, one's not like fully solo journaling. There is journaling aspects to it, but there's a lot of really fun dice mechanics in it too. So that's definitely like a kind of a fun middle ground one for me, where I could definitely play it without having to do like a ton of journaling. And then when they put out the release, it actually had like the gold foiling on the cover. That's a good looking book. So, but yeah, and I have Tanic in my Cairn box back here somewhere.
Nice.
So definitely they put out a lot of really cool stuff. And I'm excited to see more Cairn stuff because you guys, well, I mean, there's room in the box if you take some stuff out of the box to put stuff in the box. So that'll be fun to fill it up with.
Well, the intention is that you give away those extra copies of the player's guide.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read all 4 of them simultaneously.
That's for when they sit at the table and they need their little copy when they sit at the table, and then at the end, those all come back.
You collect it.
Oh, you bring them. You don't give them out. See, we put them in there because we were hoping that people would give them out.
Yeah, I'm sure people will, but not Ryan and I.
I mean, you'd have to actually have 3 friends to give it to, and you know,
that's also very true.
So mine are still sitting nice and tight in the box. Ouch. But yeah, you know, I'll definitely make some more room for it. You know, I got a nice big box for Cairn stuff. And we still haven't done Cairn or 𝗡𝗢𝗧 here on the show, and we've been talking about doing that for quite a while.
Yeah.
But maybe with some new releases, we'll talk about that stuff a little bit more. But
Orestruck, yes.
Someone could come on and run it, you know.
Right.
We love that.
You know, that would be fun. We have not run. Neither of us have run anything on the show, have we?
No, I definitely haven't. So.
And I definitely haven't. So we always con someone else into doing it. Maybe we'll get
that's the best part. I want to play games. I run games in my free time, you know.
There you go.
I want to play.
You said Stella's coming out with something, right?
Yeah, the door in 𝗲𝗂𝗃 Canyon that comes out next month. That one just got sent to print this weekend, so that's cool.
There we go.
Or Friday.
Maybe we'll. Oh, I forgot. I saw your tattoo, and I was reminded that we recently kicked Arsenal's ass at home. Well, won.
1-0 is fine. It's acceptable.
I'll take it. It's not a kick ass, but I'll take it. But it's been a while since Stella's been on. We haven't played a game in a while. Maybe we can get Stella to come on and run, and Jarrett, you can come on and be our third.
Cool. Play some 𝗲𝗃 Canyon.
Yeah.
Cool. Would love that.
That'd be sick. We'll have to reach out. and have them on. Because you're not even a guest at this point, you know, just like Josh and Stella and stuff. You're just like part of the show.
Right.
You're just on a couple times less a month than we are. But yeah. So when is Orestruck actually going to be able to be on the shop? And Survivors of the Cold War is already on there now, right?
Let me look at the calendar so I can tell you the exact date. Wednesday the 17th. New releases. Orestruck and Survivors of the Core Wars.
So they're both coming out. That's next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, right?
Right. Yes, 17th. Yeah. We try to hit the second full Wednesday of the month. I know that the week actually, we could have done it on the 10th, which is this coming week. But for some reason, my brain jumped ahead to the 17th. So we're going to do it on the 17th. So
I did not back Survivors of the Core Wars. I thought I did. I guess I did not. So I'll be picking it up on spacepenguin.inc.
Yes, those will be on sale on the 17th.
I did back it.
Yeah, I do really like those cards. I love the silver edge. Like, I really think that's very pretty. So
they're so nice.
I'm a big nerd for little details like that, though. So
yeah, very pretty. I had a thought, and the thought escaped me. So that is your guys' next couple of months. Now, how wrapped up are you going to be with Mothership Month above and beyond like Space Penguin, since, you know, you are part of the Mothership team?
Oh, you mean as far as like being the managing editor on the line? Yeah, no, I'm still planning on doing that. So whatever the release is for the dream. So yeah, I'll be on that one. Wages of Sin is off my copy desk right now. It's not my turn to stare at it this week.
Nice.
But I've been, yeah, no, I'm all caught up on my end of all that stuff, so that's pretty cool. And then the other projects that we're fulfilling, we just filled Daedalus Station in the Rim Space Racing League, and then Knowledge Asymmetry is coming this week, so that will be going out pretty soon. We're also fulfilling Outrider Creatives, the Secret of the Night Market, which is for Perils and Princesses.
Yep.
So that one's pretty cool. That one's in process right now.
A game that we really enjoyed. So
did you play that on the show?
We reviewed it on the show.
Gotcha.
I got my Perils and Princesses pin from Ryan at GenCon.
Do you have a 𝗲𝗂𝗏 pin?
I have a 𝗲𝗏𝗏 pin, and I have a 𝗲𝗏𝗏 with Power Nurse pin too. Yes, I do.
The worst, most problematic person ever. You know,
my favorite, my anime waifu for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely. I will bark all fucking day. Anyway,
worst possible pick.
You know, I got a problem with redheads, man. What were we saying? Oh yeah, got to meet them at GenCon, which is cool. I actually met them with Debbie. I was like, I really want to go talk to Ryan, but they're talking with somebody. I don't know, and I don't want to interrupt. And she's like, "Fuck that." We just like walked over, and it ended up being the writer of the adventure that was nominated at GenCon too. So that was fun. Got to meet both of them. But God, cool. I would love to play Perils. I think I casually talked to Ryan about maybe doing coming on the show and running it, but that would be great.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that game. I like it a lot. I was talking about getting. We're all old enough. Maybe Hunter's not. Did you ever play Pretty Pretty Princess, or have sisters that made you play Pretty Pretty Princess?
I did.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Hunter?
Nope.
So there's a game where basically, like, I don't even remember how you play, but there was like
you roll a dice and you pick up the different pieces of jewelry. There's rings and there's necklaces and there's a crown.
And like earrings too. They're clip-on earrings.
Was this like a product sold?
Yes.
Like, okay, hold on. Let me look at that.
So
it's called Pretty Princess.
Yeah. I think you basically win if you get all the princess jewelry first. So my idea was to get a Pretty Pretty Princess box, mail it to everybody. You know, had to wear your Pretty Pretty Princess jewelry while you play Princess and Perils. Perils and Princess. But anyway, yeah.
I've never seen this before. So
yeah, I got I had two sisters, so I got to do all that shit.
I have sisters.
But yeah, started getting all that stuff too. I got something in the mail the other day because I was like, wait a minute, this is the Space Penguin box, and I don't remember buying anything in it. It was Daedalus Station, so excited to get all of that stuff from last year's Mothership Month slowly coming in, especially from you guys.
Yeah.
There's something else. Oh, are you allowed to talk about the thing that you told me that you were working on at GenCon when we had ramen?
I don't remember what.
Ramen sounds great.
It's a project that you're working on. I'm gonna send you a message. I just don't want to.
Everyone, close your ears so they can talk. You know.
Sure, yeah, I can talk about that one. I might get to be on the editorial team for the Sword World 2.5 English translation, which is pretty exciting. For those not in the know, Sword World is a Japanese RPG system that was inspired by 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which I've never played, but I've seen some scans of. It was inspired by Dungeons and Dragons, but they've got its own thing set up. Anyway, it's in a 2.5 edition currently. Like, that's the one that's currently supported by the original publishers, and they've never had an official English translation. It's been fan translations. And my friends Sean and I from Level 1 Game Shop in Kansas City, Missouri, through their company, they have secured the license to do the English translation. So I'm going to be on part of the editorial team, looking at the mechanics and making the translations, the translated version of, so I is Japanese and she's going to actually be doing the translation, and then they're working with another company to do the localization, and then I'm going to be on board to look at rules, which is pretty neat.
That sounds awesome. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it debuted in 1989 originally, so it's been like a staple of the Japanese tabletop RPG scene for 30 years.
Yeah. It's been around for a while, and there's a really big thriving fan community. I'm on their Discord, and they've been doing fan translations for decades, so that's pretty cool.
That's so interesting.
I have some fan translation like in the Dropbox. Someone posted at one point this like link to this massive folder of like fan translated Japanese games, and the art is all so incredible. And Sword World's actually in there, so super excited for that.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Also, I'm just interested to see what a Japanese TTRPG looks like, you know?
Yeah, I was going to try to pull up the page real quick. Because you can actually see the well, I'm not going to do that then. But it's Mugen, MUGEN gaming.com.
Yes.
There's actually like a cover and everything already, and it's got a lot of gold on it and stuff. It looks really, really fantastic. And you can get the quick start now. I remember getting some random email because I think I'd signed up for something about it like forever ago. Then you told me you were working on it. Then I was like, what the fuck is Mugen Gaming? And then I was like, oh shit, this is the Sword World thing. But yeah, you can download the quick start right now, and it looks fantastic. But like anything that was D&D related that had like anime style art just looked incredible. And it still absolutely looks incredible. So I don't know, we'll drop the link in the stuff below so people can download the quick start now. But
yeah, that'll be going to crowdfunding sometime next year, I think is their plan. And then my part of it is way down the line, so I'm not in a hurry. I'm excited to get to it and be able to read it and learn it from the translation. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah. So this is going to be. So does 2.5 already exist in Japanese? And then
yes.
Okay. All right. So it's not both together.
When did that release?
Sometime within the last couple of years.
Okay, so it's still fairly recent.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice.
Maybe longer. Don't quote me on that. I'm not keen on my Sword World history. So
Sword World 2.5 wiki.
October 2022. Oh, that's not the right version.
Sword World RPG Wikipedia says Sword 2 and 2.5 came out in 2018.
Wow.
It's been out for a little while.
Yeah, 2.0 came out in 2008, revised in 2012, and 2.5 came out in 2018.
I mean, 2018 was just 2 years ago. You know,
it's only that was literally just a couple years ago, right? No, it was 7 fucking
Feels
years.
Like
That's crazy.
It really actually does. So
our brains are just gonna be broken forever. Like, are we stuck in 2020 for the rest of our lives? Like,
apparently, it was so traumatic that we're unable to experience the amount of time that has passed since then. You know.
It's just
luckily our government took really good care of us during that, so
sure,
and they continue to do so, you know,
and they continue to do so. Yeah, I mean, luckily small businesses are really thriving right now. So they thrived through the pandemic and especially afterwards, and now they're really thriving. So
gotta love all of what's happening. It's hard to even joke about it anymore. But yeah,
it's the only thing that keeps me sane. So
yeah. Anything else cooking on the page? We got these releases this month. It sounds like we got a release from Stella, which inevitably means it's going to be fantastic, coming next month. On top of Mothership for you, on top of at least being excited for Sword World. What else you got cooking, or is that more than enough?
Also next month, besides The Door in Murex Canyon, is Josh Damansky's Carnival for Cairn. And then the wide release of the 𝗏𝗲 The Ghost of Zoas on a Mountain. That's one that we crowdfunded. That again, that has already fulfilled and needs to get to regular release. So that one is really pretty. We'll talk more about that one next month.
Oh,
For the first time in a
away.
while, we will have a 3 release month, which is pretty good. So
Nice.
Well, you're going from a no release month to a 3 release month, so you just got to balance it out, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
but
just learning, just part of the learning curve of like when the books have actually landed and have fulfilled, and just trying to get that, and then working with this solicit cycle for our distributors and things like that, because we have to let them know 90 to 120 days in advance of when things are coming out. So doing that and managing the production schedule of all these things simultaneously takes a lot. So sometimes I'm a little bit off, and we have a gap month. So we've had a gap month, and now we know. Now I can get it a little bit closer. I can close the window a little bit more, which is pretty good. So it'll be nice to be able to land a crowdfund, get it fulfilled, and then the next month is when it goes to distro. So that's the goal for next year. So,
nice.
And then also further in the future, and because we don't have teaser pages up for it yet, but we've figured out our March crowdfund is going to be for 𝗡𝗢𝗃𝗃 from 𝗦𝗽𝗃𝗃𝗃. So Luke and Lindsay, we're going to be working with them for our March release on Backerkit, our March crowdfund, which is pretty cool.
And what is 𝗡𝗃𝗃𝗃?
Yeah, elaborate, please.
Was it too early for that?
It's pretty early, but it's going to be a mega dungeon, and it's going to deal with a lot of stuff happening under a mountain where this vein of this ink has been discovered. So, yeah, that's in the outlining and thumbnailing phases right now. Luke's working his butt off getting all that worked up, so that's cool.
Nice. Cool. And that'll be your next crowdfund is March.
There'll be the Bombs Bursting in Air for Mothership Month in October. And then our next bigger one will be that one next year.
Nice.
So
nice.
Because we should be able to have Liminal Horror Deluxe Edition fulfilled, wrapped up by then. So that's going well on track. Yeah. That's well on track. I'm doing bits and pieces as they're feeding them to me, and they're getting things chunked out. So it's going to be a big book. We've ordered some physical copies. Ooh, I can show you the sample of the silver cover.
Oh, please do. Dang.
All shiny.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So solid.
Yeah.
That is that is a thick boy.
Yeah. It's gonna be chunky. So
yeah.
But yeah, this is the we had some backers were asking about, they said that they've gotten books before that they have had silvering and the silverings come off. So, I mean, we ordered a sample just to double check that, and this is not going to come off of there. So
cool.
Nice. Yeah. I definitely have some books where the silver can get, like, if you push hard enough, you can probably rub it all off. So it's nice that that's going to be kind of more ingrained in there.
Yep. And it's a nice cloth too. It's a nice black color that seemed to work really well with this. So pretty stoked about it.
Does it leave fingerprintiness when you touch it?
Nope, it does not.
That's nice. I have a couple of books where, like, if you touch it, it leaves just like your finger oil on like the cloth, like the Death in Space, like special edition black one. I don't even touch it because like you can see where you touched it.
No, it's pretty dry down here, but I mean, this is Florida, so there is humidity, and it doesn't do that at all.
Very nice.
So
what's on the back? What's the back look like?
Nothing. It's just going to be blank.
Nice.
Because these these aren't going into regular retail. These are crowdfund only. That was the only way to get a hold of these. We'll have a few extra that we might sell on our store, but we're not ordering a whole lot because we're not putting that out into distro. So
it's so nice when you can do stuff like that and you don't have like an ISBN code on it. Like it can just be a fancy artistic-y, you know, book. That's really cool. I love when books are able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that there's actually like a dope piece of art on the front. Like my biggest beef with projects is when you pay like double for the special edition and they literally just do like faux leather and like a word on the front. And it's just like, bro, like, you know, like I want a fancy edition. I want a fancy edition. That one's gorgeous. So, and we talked before about what all the symbols mean. So
I'm really excited about this one. So
yeah, can't wait to get it. Well, I mean, obviously we'll talk to Josh about it and everything. Maybe we can have the whole team on and do some more Liminal Horror. We haven't played a game on the show in a while. We got to get some Cairn. We got to get some Liminal Horror again.
I would love to play some Liminal Horror. So
yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got what's up?
I just said yeah. We just kept going back and forth saying yeah. So I said again.
Yeah.
Woo. So you got your hands full as per usual.
Yeah. You have a lot of irons in the fire right now.
Yep.
That's crazy. You probably get more done in a day than I do in a month. You know, and I appreciate it. You know, I love getting those boxes from Debbie and adding it to the shelves and or the piles. So, but yeah, so that's what's coming up. We'll make sure, I mean, maybe this episode will be out before the 17th. It's a possibility it won't be. So if you're watching, it's a good chance that this is all on the show, on the store right now, spacepenguin.inc, and definitely go check that out. Mothership, obviously, you don't need anything from that, but Amanda writes amazing adventures. Has put out a lot of good stuff, so I'm really excited for this. And again, surprised that this is the first Cairn thing besides the box that you guys put out, so stoked to see more of that. But yeah, I think that's going to be us for today. We'll have to figure out what we're doing next month for the schedule. But Jert, I guess I did see you last month, but Hunter didn't. It was nice to have you back, though. And
yes, thank you always for having me on. Love it.
Yeah.
Great talking to you.
Sumo starts in a week. You got to hop in the Discord and watch some sumo with. Well, I was gonna say us, but me, because Hunter doesn't watch it. But I gotta get you into that.
I'll try. No guarantees, but I will try to slot some time to watch some sumo with you.
That's all I ask. We can just watch the last couple matches in the top division. But yeah, that's it. That's us for the month. Buy all the things, click all the links, and we will see you all next month for the next Not Cat Chats. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.